everybody, and welcome back to episode 16 of Tina's Tea. It's been a really long time since I've done this, I know, but I've been super busy, and I think I've probably told you before that, fulfilling orders and stuff always comes first. So if I don't have time for a video, I don't have time for a video. But things have calmed down a little bit. So let's start with yarns in the shop. Now I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. There are so many yarns in the shop that I was not even going to try to get them all over here. There's a bunch of new patriotic yarns. There's lemon pound cake yarn that I'll show you shortly. So I'm just going to give you some highlights and a couple of the most recent ones, and then I'll get on to... I do have a couple of finished things to show. I have some almost finished stuff to show. I have stuff in progress. And I want to tell you some exciting stuff that I'm planning for the future. So, okay, yarns first. First of all, you may have noticed there is a new podcast on the block called Knitters React. And basically what we do is we find silly stories on the internet and we read them, and it's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should. But naturally, we have our very own colorway, dyed by yours truly. And it is called Reaction Rainbow. I am very proud of this creation, I must say. I got some input from the group. We all put it together, and it came out really beautiful, and I hope you pick some up. Also, relevant, I don't know if you can tell you probably can't tell so much on camera. You'll notice the stellina in here is not gold. This is not the Queen sock. This is Liberty sock, and it is a brand new base that I am putting in my shop as we speak. It's going to take a few days. I've been meaning to do it for a while, and then I finally started doing it last night. I really hate sitting in front of the computer. I'm sorry, and I have tried so hard to get the time to do it, and then by the time I have time to do it, it's late at night, and I sit down in front of the computer, and I just want to go to sleep. So I finally started doing it last night, but I'm going from oldest to newest, so I'm starting like way back in my listings and moving forward. So it's going to be a while before they're all updated, but I do have a fair amount updated already, and $28 for Liberty sock. I also have a DK version of this now, and I also have a DK version of the Queen sock, which is called the Queen's DK. So check it out. It's been pretty popular so far, of course, because it's really beautiful. I mean, if you're a sparkle junkie like I am, this is just the bee's knees. So yeah. Let me describe the sparkle a little bit, because I know you're not gonna be able to see it on camera. Maybe you can. It's iridescent, but not in like a pale pink-green iridescent. It's more like a coppery red, green, gold iridescent. It looks really gorgeous on a darker base. So anyway, check it out and get yourself some. I also have, in honor of Afro Man, we have Lemon Pound Cake. I think I listen to that song at least like 5 times a week now. It's a really good song. That one and Will You Help Me Repair My Gate and Door, I think it's called. Absolute bangers. Go Afro Man. Next up, we also have Floxy Lady. And this is a makeover of a yarn I sent out in 2020 called Never Kneel. But I wanted to deepen the background color. So now it's more of a lush emerald green as opposed to like a Kelly green. I'm sorry for the flickering again. I updated the software, and now it seems like the flickering got worse, so I'll have to look into that on my end. I'm sorry. Next up, we also have... This was a makeover of a recent Wildcard Wednesday. This is Pollination Station. It's like bits of yellowy green and purple. Just kind of reminded me of pollen and flowers, and I'm kind of surprised. It's been kind of popular so far. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to like it, but I am wise enough by now to know that if I don't think people are going to like it, people are going to love it. So I should probably just put it in the shop. So that's what I did. And also, I have a yarn called Gray Rock and Roll, and I also have Gray Rock Candy Mountain. This one has been really popular. I mean, can't blame people. It is really pretty. So, this coordinates with a yarn I got from Chicken Lady called Grey Rockin'. I decided I wanted to do a sweater, so I dyed a yarn to coordinate with it, and it goes really well with Grey Rockin', which I should have grabbed to show you, and I did not. And go check out Chicken Lady and see her Grey Rockin' yarn. So, okay, I think that's it for yarns. Yes. Finished object. I have a... Okay, first off, future me is going to edit this and put a picture of my socks here. Those stripy socks I had been working on, finally got them done. So they're done. They're comfortable, except I made the bind off a little bit too tight. I don't know what's been going on with my sock bind offs. They used to be fine. It used to be fine if I just bound off normally, and now for some reason, like, I can't get them over my heel. So I made those a little too tight. So now on future pairs of socks, I'm going to have to be more mindful, use a different bind off or something. But I wanted to show you. Okay, this, I think I showed this in the last one maybe. It wasn't done yet, but this is my fasting shawl that I've been working on since 2021. I finally fasted enough that I was able to finish it. So, yeah, it's really pretty. It's 100% silk, and it's got lovely beads on it, and it's very big. It's so soft. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievably soft. And because I'm doing alternate day fasting for the foreseeable future, I started a new one, and the new one that I started is going to be a gift for a friend. So this is all tangled up over here. Goodness gracious. Okay. These needles are a pain in the butt. These are Susan Bates, and the cable is just, after all this time, it's still really tough and kinky and like doesn't want to, it just doesn't want to hang and play nice. So I might have to switch this to another set of needles because it's just been driving me nuts. Especially at the beginning of the shawl, there were a couple times, when there wasn't enough yarn on the needles to like weigh it down. One of the needles would just like slide out, and then I would have to like pick up the stitches really quickly, and total freaking nightmare. But here we go. Okay, so this is Cherry Blossom, but it's a misfit skein of Cherry Blossom, which is why I still had it. Both of these yarns are on the Queen sock. It's Cherry Blossom, and the reason it's a misfit is because, and I honestly can't tell you what happened. For some reason, the color that I use for speckles on Cherry Blossom, and it's never done this before as far as I can remember, it wound up with like purple smudges on it. I'm a little OCD about cleaning my pans, so I know it wasn't in the pan. I don't know what happened, but the dark cherry color like turned a purple bruisey color. So I decided to mix it with a skein of Whispers in the Dark. And I'm just kind of making up the stripe pattern as I go along. This is the same shawl pattern as the fasting shawl. So, yeah, I've been using this pattern a lot. I get stuck in a rut with shawls. I just want to, by the time I get done doing stuff and I have time to knit, I kind of just want to do something mindless. But let me refresh your memory with these yarns in case you aren't familiar. So, why is the lighting so weird all of a sudden? I guess because it's getting darker in here. It wasn't this bad when I started out. Anyway, this is Cherry Blossom, and this is Whispers in the Dark. And they are both very sparkly, and I think the recipient is going to love it because she loves sparkles. So, I mean, I don't know if she's quite the sparkle junkie that I am, but I do know for a fact she loves sparkles. So, also wanted to show off my pretty little stitch marker. This is one of the stitch markers I gave out for February's Patreon, so pretty cool. Okay, so now things that I'm working on. It's going to shock you. I know. I'm working on socks. So I'm almost done with these. These are my socks on... Okay, so this is Hearts and... Groucho's yelling, Bum Bum! There is a cat butt in my face. I'm literally... Sweetie Pie, the camera's rolling. The camera's rolling. Could you wait 5 minutes? Can you just do a relax? I don't know if you heard that. I think that was a no. But anyway. Hearts and stars and lucky charms with hot pink toes and heels. I'm working on the cuff now. Decided to do a little bit of, you can't really tell so much, a little bit of striping before the cuff. So now I'm going to do the ribbing. This is all the yarn I have left. So these should be finished soon. I'm very excited to get these done. These are a lot of fun. I don't know if I showed this yarn off yet. This may have come out between now and the previous video. Hearts and Stars and Lucky Charms. It was my St. Patrick's Day yarn. It's a lot of fun. Another one I highly recommend. I also have my As Dreamers Do socks. You can see the yarn. And then we have a little bit of texture across the top of the sock. I decided to purl all the yellow bits just for funsies. I like it a lot. I think they're going to be really fun socks. So, yeah, I think that's it for stuff I've been working on. And I mean, I'm telling you, there are so many new yarns in the shop. We've got Malachite, we've got Surfing USA, we've got Party in the USA, we've got Land of the Free, we've got, just go look in the shop. There's Chrysanthemums, The Word, there's, who else am I missing? There's just a lot of, Burnt Flowers Falling. That's a really beautiful, almost black for people who really love black yarn, but don't want it to be like black. It's really close to black. So as far as what I'm planning in the future now, in addition to the Patreon stuff, which it appears the vote for the Patreon stuff is overwhelmingly Field of Flowers. So that's going to be the theme for this month. And then next month, it'll be Opal. I'm really excited about that one too. So recently, there was a kerfuffle over on Craftsnark about a fiber company, King Fiber Company, QING. They were doing I don't know what they called it, like a yarn tasting or something. It was like a sampler box of 5, I want to say. Maybe it was 5, maybe it was 9. Don't really remember. But it was just plastic balls with mini skeins in them. And I'm not even sure that they were full-size mini skeins. Anyway, there was a whole kerfuffle because it was really expensive for that little yarn sampler thingy. And so, kind of laughed at it. And then somebody near and dear to me said, hey, you should do something like that with your patriotic yarns. And I thought, that's actually a really good idea. I could do a fun packaged mini set of patriotic yarns. So I've already got the lineup in my head, so I'm going to do that. I have plastic bowls on the way to make sure, the minis are going to fit in them. I think I got the right size, but I would like to get all my ducks in a row before I say, hey, do you want to buy this? So once I figure that out, then I'm going to figure out the rest of the packaging, and it is not going to cost $77 because that's just a little bit much. It might have been 77 pounds or 77 euros or something. It was up there. It was a little ridiculously expensive. Mine would be not much more than the usual price for a set of minis. But yeah, I think it'll be a fun idea. So, especially to celebrate America, and, it'll come with some, maybe I'll do some patriotic stitch stoppers and stitch markers or whatever. It'll be a whole fun thing because we love America here. So in addition to that, much, much farther down the line in the future, I am plotting the next Advent, and it is not going to be a Halloween Advent, and it's not going to be a Christmas Advent. It's going to be a New Year's Advent. And the theme is going to be, okay, I don't know if I mentioned this before. I don't like rewatching myself, so I was not going to go watch the last episode to see what I talked about. And anyway, it's been so long that, nobody would probably remember anyway. So somebody sent me a really cool meme where it was the months of the year if they hadn't had any Roman influence or Latin influence on the English language. And so I thought, what if I do like a Dark Ages themed New Year Advent. So basically, what I was thinking is, so from December 26th, okay, so 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, right? So that's 6 days. So for those 6 days, there would be 12 minis. So you would open up 2 minis on each day leading up to January 1st. And each one of the minis would be for one of the months of the year. And then on January 1st, you open up the full-size skein. That is, of course, assuming that you wait to do it and don't just open it all at once. Because I know there's some of you out there that don't frickin' wait. I know you. You've confessed. So anyway, that's what I was thinking of doing for that. And I know it's not the usual Advent idea, and I know it's not the usual occasion or holiday or whatever, but I thought it would be fun. So I'm going to be working on that, and I think it will also include some more. I'm going to try to learn some Old English, perhaps, and maybe this time there'll be like little Old English poems or something, or little sayings or words of wisdom or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So I think that's about it. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Nobody's probably going to watch this anyway. So, for those of you that did watch, thank you for watching. If you haven't joined the Patreon yet, please consider doing so. Because the thing about the Patreon is it's a really great deal, especially if you're a top tier yarny. You get a skein of yarn on any base of your choice for $30 plus, I mean, and that's shipping included, so hello. And you get a stitch marker progress keeper combo and all the gratitude in the world. Plus you get your name in the credits, so like what's not to love about that? Come on. So yeah, special shout out to my patrons. Speaking of which, welcome to our newest patrons, and yeah, I think that's it. Don't forget to go check out Knitters React, and I will see you real soon. Thank you for watching.